So, with the defensive performance giving up, almost 250 yards rushing, what do you see as kind of the main issues that you guys had?
I just think as a unit we did do a very good job of holding and containing number 23. He had a great game, and I think collectively we just didn't get the job done as far as wrapping him up, driving him backwards. He ran hard, and he made it a tough night for us.
Schematically, I mean, was there anything they did differently in their running game with Kendall Thompson back there that they didn't maybe show with Travis Wilson?
I think for the most part we saw everything that we game planned for. I think they just on certain situations it just was a mismatch for us, and they capitalized on it. I think the biggest thing is when you lose a week earlier to Washington State, there was an extra drive, and they capitalized on it. And I think they limited their mistakes, and they out-executed us.
On that last drive, the one where they scored the field goal, what was going on in the field? I mean, they got two pretty big chunks immediately, and then it was a little bit stouter. But what was going on in those first two plays?
I think the running back was just turning his feet, just kept his feet going through contact, just leaking, getting extra yards, and it was just it was hurting us. But that's really the main thing that was really killing us on defense.
What are the emotions as a defense after a game like that, where the offense scored to put you guys ahead and then weren't able to retain it?
It's hard. Anytime you lose a game like this at home, it's hard. We have so much high hopes for ourselves. We hold ourselves to such a high expectation, and then when you lose like this in the fashion that we lost, it's very hard. But we just gotta drive on, let it go, and then get ready for Oregon next week.
As a defense, how difficult is it to adjust when a quarterback with kind of a different skill set comes in like that?
Oh, it was definitely difficult because the number one is very athletic, scrambled, got yards every time he ran, and made it very difficult for our defense. So it was very difficult. Obviously, something we could have got done, but we didn't get done. So.
How much did you prep for him coming into this week?
We prepped mainly for Travis. Expected him to come into the game and play, but heard kind of through the grapevines that number one was going to play. So that was mainly we prepared for number 7.
How much did it kind of affect you guys not really getting a good look at him prior to this game?
I mean, it's just like I said. He just scrambled. He really hurt us with his feet. Obviously, we weren't worried about just him as a quarterback. He just got the job done on his feet, and it was bad for us on defense.
Is he a little harder to wrangle down maybe than any other quarterback you guys have played this year? Swoops runs a little bit too, but
I mean, he just again, like I forgot what I was saying it too, but like when you got that extra drive in you to win the game, you're gonna do it in any way, shape, or form. And they ran very hard. They worked for every inch of blade they got. And that was the main issue for us. We're just trying to contain that and trying to limit that as much as we can. And they just kept on going and going and going. And the quarterback just kept on running. He wasn't afraid of hits. We hit him pretty good, and he just kept on going.
With that edge containment, was it mostly just guys getting too far upfield and trying to, wrap around a little bit too much, or what did you see as the main issues there?
I can say on behalf of me, like I know a few times that, as I was rushing the passer, I think there's some lanes I got open on when you're rushing on the edge. And again, like I say, number one, as soon as he saw any open lanes, he took off running, and so it was difficult for us, and that's just on us on defense to fix that next week going into Oregon.
Now with Oregon losing, you guys are kind of in position to take over as one of the favorites of the Pac-12. Do you feel like that's a bit of an opportunity squandered in a game like this? Like maybe you weren't necessarily ready to take that next step?
I think honestly, obviously, when you lose a game, you hurt your opportunities to put yourself in a great position, and I think going into Oregon, we have to have a great week of preparation. I think it's going to be a tough one because they're coming off a loss. We're coming off a loss. It's going to be a huge game because there's a lot on the line. But at the end of the day, I think we still can attain a lot of our goals as a team. So as bad as it was today, I think we're in a good. We can really save ourselves by moving forward by taking care of business next week.
Does it help a little bit? I mean, that's kind of a cliche, but like everybody lost today. 4 of the top 6 teams lost today. It was like carnage all over college football. But that you can survive a loss and still play for a national title.
Yeah, it's just the way it works this year is crazy. There's a lot of good teams, and every game you have to come into it ready to have a dogfight. Obviously, like you said, it has been a lot of loss in the top 10, but I mean, like I said before, for our conference, it's a very tough conference. I mean, you can't. Every game is just nail biters. You got to go in and grind. So I think overall, I mean, you never know what's going to happen down the road, but I would say as long as you keep winning, it's going to help your chances. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think we just got to take care of ourselves by winning.
Does the Pac-12 feel maybe more unsettled than you've seen it since you've been at UCLA?
I'm not sure, man. I think we have a lot of competitive teams, and so every game that you go into, you have to fight. I mean, Utah came in here and they gave us everything they have, and they played a very great game. They're a good team, and so that's just going to be the name of the game going forward. We're going to play Oregon. It's going to be a very tough game. Going to be very, very competitive. So, I mean, it's just uncertain in that sense because every team is very good this year. Washington State gave Utah a very, very tough game, and so you just got to come prepared every week.
Thanks, so.